Fella.
My man.
How we doing up, dog?
Oh, what a weekend. And it's nice to be back in here with you. I got to be honest. And my mic just cut out there. I don't know what happened.
You're back, baby.
Here we go.
We're going to get into the weekend festivities.
Yeah.
First and foremost, I got the Fact Daddy t-shirt on out of respect to him, the Toronto Maple Leafs, which we'll get into, but it's a collector's item now. So
it is.
If you want to go on missincurfew.com and get a collector's item of the Fact Daddy, but
are we going to discount him? We should.
We'll discount him.
Yeah, we'll discount him because he ain't going back.
I don't think he's going back.
No.
But I want to talk to you first and foremost here. PGA Championship.
Oh,
it's at Oak Hill.
Nice track.
Shout out to our friends at Blue Light. One of the major homes for Blue Light
in
USA.
Rochester, New York.
They're going to be flowing 15 bananas up for grabs this week at Oak Hill. 15 bananas.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot of bananas.
So I was just thinking there, our friends at DraftKings, what do you got for some odds there?
Maybe we can. Geez, I got it pulled up right here on the sportsbook, DraftKings.com.
What ones jump out to you?
For me, I mean, you got to look at the guys that just are in there every day. I can't wait to see, Brooks Koepka in a PGA event again. Plus 2,000 to be the winner.
Plus 2,000.
Again, Jason Day coming off one of his first wins last weekend in a long, long time. He's healthy now and playing well. He's plus 2,800. But when you look at the top 10s, this is where, there's find some good value. I think Jason Day at plus 250.
Just one last week.
Yeah, just one last week. Exactly. DJ plus 260 to finish top 10.
One last week in Tulsa on the Live Tour.
Cameron Smith,
what's
back
he
in it? Plus 3,500 to win and plus 320 to finish top 10. Our boy Max Homa plus 360 to finish top 10, plus 4,000 to win. I mean, plus 4,000. Why not put a hundy on it?
I know.
Put a hundy on it.
Plus, I mean, listen, the feel-good story would be Jordan Spieth, but he's got a bad wrist. He didn't play in the Byron Nelson last week.
He's got a bad wrist.
He's at plus 3,300, but tread carefully because they don't even know if he's playing. But Homa at plus 3,300, like you said, great bet. Another guy I love at plus 2,800 is Cam Young.
Cam Young, yep.
Bombs it. I guess Uppy, from what I heard, I'm a golf nerd. Live at the PGA, the players were saying you have to drive it straight. You have to drive, like you cannot, the rough is like cabbage, I guess. So you got
huge bunkers.
So maybe these guys like Rory, Cam Young, that just bomb it straight down the pipe.
Dial it back.
You got to fucking find a way to hit the fairway.
I don't have a dial it back button. Do you think Rory does?
Rory, no, but he's been working on his putt. He had to take a mental break from all the press conferences he's doing about.
No kidding. Just play some golf.
Yeah.
What an exciting time again. This is the second major of the year so far?
This is the second major of the year, and it's in good old state of New York. It's just going to be great. And the blue lights are going to be buzzing.
The blue lights will be buzzing. Are they allowed to, are they allowed to sling beers back on the track? Or
the players? Or maybe if you put it in your water bottle, maybe.
You think?
What is John Rahm to make the top 10? He's minus 125. Wow. I thought that might have been like plus 250 because he's a top 10 machine.
Plus 175 for a top 5, John Rahm. Wow. I mean, John Rahm's he's been killing it. Is Patrick Cantley really the third highest
to win it or top 10?
Yes, predicted to win at plus 1,600.
Yeah, they project it'll be on Tuesday when he finishes.
Exactly.
Yeah, no kidding.
Good point,
Yeah,
Max.
good point, Max.
Good point.
He's slow as fuck.
No one bet on him.
He's got Tiger's old caddy though, Joey Lacob, who you got to meet at Big Canyon, right?
Great guy.
Do you want to pick a winner ups?
Yeah, I would like to. I got, you know what? I said him earlier. I'm going to take Brooks Koepka.
You are, eh?
Plus 220 to finish top 10, but he's plus 2,000 to win. I'm going to take Brooks Koepka to win.
I'm going to take Cameron Young at plus 2,800 to win.
Here we go.
You should have seen on social media, Max Homa coming to the field. You should have seen a veteran move. He had three luggage bags. You know how like a flight attendant will put their bag and then they'll hook the other one on it?
Yeah.
So Max had like 4 bags hooked all together that he was pulling up.
Was one his golf bag or no?
No, this is just straight up luggage.
Oh, nice.
So the weather's going to be Thursday, bring out your fucking toque. Friday, maybe your umbrella. Or no, Friday's going to be like almost 80. Saturday, maybe rain. Like it's just like you had to bring.
She's up and down. You're playing in Ireland.
It's like you going on the road. You get 14 pairs of shoes. You got to have lots
rain
of shit.
Jacket. You got a fleece. You got leather.
Monkey
some tight
bum.
jeans. You got some cords.
Ass wipes.
Yeah, totally.
And then obviously he said, I texted him. I said, fella, veteran move with the He said, yeah, once you have a kid too. I said, Uppy talks about that a lot too. Like when you have a kid.
Oh, would he be bringing the whole family there?
I know. Those guys travel with the family.
I mean, shit show.
They travel with the family.
Yeah, it's beyond. It doesn't even fit in one vehicle anymore.
It doesn't?
No.
Is that why you got 6 cars?
Pack and plays. You got bottle warmers. You got bottle cleaners, bottles, diapers. It says full on.
Yeah.
You guys know what I'm talking about.
So you sacrifice like how many shoes you bring on the road now for baby stuff?
No, I don't sacrifice that. I still bring the shoes.
Okay.
Yeah. The sneaks.
You got a
pair of boots. You get some flip flops depending on where you're going. Maybe a pair of slippers if you're in a house with rough floors.
Gotta wear the slippers.
Like Billy Quint's.
Gotta wear the slippers.
Yeah.
15 bananas up for grabs for these golfers.
Insane.
That's nice. Blue Light, have a weekend up there, boys. I'm Uppy. Listen, we're gonna get into Uppy's world right now. I'm gonna have a nice weekend of watching the PGA Championship. Hopefully the rain doesn't fuck me. Cameron Young, Brooks Koepka.
Let's go.
Let's see it. Oak Hill looks like an unbelievable track.
Come on.
Uppy's world. Party time. Excellent. All right, up.
What are we saying?
We're saying, go ahead. What a weekend.
Happy birthday, K-Wash, our boy.
What a legend, man.
He turned 50. One of the ultimate humans ever walked the planet. You talk about, him owning a T-Rex and being a dinosaur. He's a T-Rex. He's an animal.
Beauty.
What a great guy. Threw a party for 200 of his closest friends, who all showed up and participated in the Orange Party, in the 70s party, in the dance parties, all time. It was great. Seen a lot of people we knew. We met our boy Vince Vaughn.
We did meet
Vince Vaughn. Turned to our table and actually grabbed us and just started shooting the shit. He was sitting in a dressing room.
So when I walked into the Friday night dinner, and I saw Vince Vaughn, I went up to Mac L and I'm like, Mac, I'm having a hard time not being starstruck here. Like this guy is literally one of my favorite actors ever. And like me and Mac L and PJ or yourself, like we do a lot of texting throughout their movies, right? Of Old School or whatever it's been, right?
So
I was pacing myself to have the opportunity. I wasn't leaving that party without talking to him. And then sure enough, he's sitting right behind me and right behind you. So yeah, he came over. Yeah. I was blown away. Which makes him even better is he's just like his character.
Yeah, he is.
Like he said something like, sorry, I'm not a talker. And I was like, oh my God, you just blew my mind, man. You just blew my mind. Yeah. And then we started talking hockey with him. Shout out to our boy Boley.
Yeah, we FaceTime Boley.
We FaceTime Boley. Bigger beauty that Boley might be is he didn't answer Vince Vaughn's FaceTime. So I'm not going to feel bad when I don't answer your FaceTime anymore because Boley didn't answer Vince Vaughn's FaceTime. That's fucking big league Vince Vaughn.
Yeah, totally. Had some good stories. What a memory he had of your series against, your two series against Canucks, Blackhawks.
He called
the other ones against, but the Preds. Did you ever play the Preds?
I played not in the playoffs. No.
Okay, but I mean, he loved your game. And then he reminded us of how fucking big of a dick Boley was.
Yeah. And it's awesome that Vince called the Sedins the Sedin sisters. He's like, yeah, the Sedin sisters. So I'm like, nah, fuck, that still stings, but they're great guys. He said, sure they are, and he would say like, he asked me like, how much was Boley in everyone's head? And I'm like, yeah, Boley was pissing everybody off in our dressing room. But Vince said like, he's like, those were some of the best battles. And he brought the line brawl that we had at the United Center. And then just, he's married to a girl from Calgary, I believe. If I wasn't too drunk, that's what I thought. He talked like a Canadian guy and he just, I don't know. I was blown away. It was tall.
Yeah. He's taller than you. Yeah.
I could have talked to him all night.
That might fuck the cast up, right? Like, cause you got all the actors are small, like Cons. But I guess him and Owen Wilson got to see eye to eye cause they're in, they're in some of the most classic movies of all time.
And Will Ferrell.
Will's tall.
Will's tall.
Yeah.
I did see Vince at the Aftershaker. I was like, I wonder if he's gonna get on the dance floor. He was just kind of hiding back a little bit. The party was so big that it was going to be crazy.
Yeah, it was beautiful. I mean, and this thing, like you won't have to go too far to see some videos and photos of this party. I think Kevin said he was going to make sure that this goes viral at some point this week. So between the drone show that had a Tyrannosaurus Rex and a drone show, I mean, there was 750 drones in the sky, all talking to each other via, AI, let's just say, and all synchronized to tell a story of our friend Kevin turning 50.
Yeah.
And the highlight of that was a massive Tyrannosaurus Rex head eating what turned into be just this dollar sign, crushing it, and then spinning around to be a face of him, and then a Bitcoin.
I love that.
It was all time. The girls look beautiful. I mean, shout out to all
So
the girls.
many beautiful
There were
women
Beautiful
there.
women. I mean, the guys are doing all right.
Yeah.
The boys are doing good.
It shows you what money will get you. You know?
and a good
Money
good
will
smile.
money will get you.
That's-
Money will get you.
Listen, the
whatever
boys
you
are
need.
doing good. The girlfriends and wives were beautiful. The food was insane. Shout out to Chileno Bay and Discovery for putting it on. It was spectacular.
I'm gonna say,
by the way, the fireworks show, he had 25 minutes of fireworks played off in 6 minutes. He was like, it was a 25-minute pyro show that he said, I want these unleashed in 8 minutes.
yeah, because he was excited to get on.
Yeah.
I mean, the party bus he had with his fucking picture on it, it was fucking hilarious. And then I rode the party bus with him after the dinner to his party on the Friday night. And he's like, all right, let's get off the bus because this is about to fucking go down. This is about to fucking go down.
Yeah.
I would say, I mean, your outfit on the Friday night, you look like Macho Man Randy Savage. I'm going to say, but like for best dressed and comfiest, I'm going to give it to Noah. Noah's 2 outfits on the orange party. And the next night, the Friday night, he had like silk pajamas on and slippers. I'm like, dude.
Yeah,
way
he
to go.
figures it out.
Way to go.
Noah's
and
Noah.
to Noah in the orange party, he had his toes painted orange. I'm like, fella, that's the little things that, you know, I'm never going to like, that's next level.
How do you even think of that? Yeah. Do you get the shiny buff or do you go with the orange? Because we're going to an orange party.
Not his first party that he dressed up for because he was ready to rock.
Yeah.
Dolly had a couple good outfits too.
Yeah.
And then the women, I mean, you know, Noah's wife, Polly, she looked unbelievable. Grace looked beautiful. Chelsea looked beautiful. McKenna, Christina, everyone. I was just like, holy shit, everyone's looking great. So.
Yeah, and the golf, by the way, there's some guys out there and you know who you are. You got to pay your bets.
You can't leave Cabo without collecting up. You're
we're back
see
now.
that
There's
money.
more money to be collected. You can't just collect in Mexico because it's a substantial amount of money. So
It is.
For those of you, I kind of want to mention your name on here, but I won't. Pay your debts.
Yeah, I want to say one thing too, that the speeches were, first night, whatever, the second night, his dad, first time I've seen Dennis talk, it was unbelievable. Like he was like 200 friends. And he's like, well, I guess Kevin does have 200 friends. And then just like, he's like talking about everything. He was just a G. He had those sick Nikes. I think they were Travis Scott's.
He had the Travis Scott high tops.
He's like, 80 some years old. He's wearing sick kicks like that.
Listen, his dad's is all-time legend. His mom
gave
a great speech. And he just shows to, the family just how they can present and throw a party. It was quite special. So very fortunate to be at that bash because it was one hell of a time.
Yeah, I came out of the gates hot too on the Thursday night. Fucking
Rüfüs.
Dude, I got back to Billy's at like 6. Well, couldn't sleep. Had to get an IV just to get me to the party the second night. Thank God I had those IVs set up at the house. I could just feel the life getting back into me. Like, K-Wash, you're a legend. It was unbelievable. I watched Major League on the way down. If anyone's looking for an old classic to throw on it, what a fucking flick.
You've watched every Major League.
I know, but I hadn't watched it in forever.
Really?
And it's just, if you ever want to treat yourself to a good old-fashioned guys.
How do you like these marbles? Is that one? Or is that?
No, that's the second one.
That's the second one.
Yeah. He goes over to Dorn's place and he's like, Dorn, I want to know why I didn't come up with that ground ball Riker hitting the ninth. He's like, what do you want me to do, die for it? He's like, you ever take another play, I'll cut your nuts off and stick it down your fucking throat. Like, it's just like Jake Taylor's all washed up. Rick Vaughn's and fucking juvenile delinquent. Fucking Willie Mays wasn't invited to camp. It's just like, who came up with this shit? So it was a great weekend. A lot of love, Uppy. A lot of love down in Cabo.
Yep.
A lot of IVs. A lot of tequila. Fuck, I drank a lot of tequila.
Yeah. It was rough on the guts.
My guts the last couple of days. I don't think
the tummies. There wasn't a tum out there that could help.
You know what gets you? It's the ice. Ice in the drinks.
No, it wasn't so much of that. It was just like, it just felt like.
Were you smoking cigars on the course and shit?
No, I wish.
Oh, that's what gets me.
Yeah.
That's what gets me.
I think it was all the limes. It's a lot of the lime.
Limes will get you. Limes will get you.
People go to Mexico, you understand, like you drink a lot of margaritas.
I do.
I think it's that acid gets in there.
Yeah, listen, Billy Quinn, shout out to Billy, he's a fucking beauty.
How'd the bar look? How'd the bar look in his
body? The bar's unbelievable.
It is.
We just sat there, watched games, and drank fucking.
Nice.
But he does it 6 limes, 2 shots tequila.
Yeah.
What's the other bottle? Cointreau.
Yeah.
And then a splash of. Fuck, it's another thing I'm not going to remember right now, but a little splash of that.
Orange.
No, it's like a clear.
Okay.
Just a little splash. Then you have a little more ice, salt on the rim. And you don't quite get that.
Nice.
There's no margarita mix in there.
All right.
And there's just a shit ton of tequila.
I was asleep in there. This is the best beds on the planet.
I did not sleep the first the Thursday night of the Orange Party. I couldn't sleep. Like, well, I didn't get home till 6.
Yeah.
But on Friday night, I shut the mill hard in there.
Yeah. Okay.
Hard. And then Saturday, we took her to 5.
Nice. That's a good effort. Valiant effort.
Yeah, I didn't get enough time around the pool because I just was going too hard at night. And I just, the Saturday we watched hockey, we should have been by the pool probably.
Yeah.
My tan's not as good as I thought it was going to be.
That's okay. Outdoor TV is what we're looking for.
We should help. Yeah, there's a couple things we could help.
Yeah, maybe we'll fire Billy. Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Outdoor TV would be a nice touch.
Hey, for sure.
Uppy's World, party time. Excellent. A little promo here before we get going. Please enter the Tailor Made to Win contest.
It looks great.
I don't know if you guys
giving away all that shit.
If not, if we don't get more people signing up, I'm keeping it. So get out there and sign up.
No, but that's like, what? I mean, this is half the gift right here. I mean, the bag and the
grand prize is unbelievable. The first prize is unbelievable. Maxie, what the fuck do they have to do?
There's tons of ways to enter. Just visit missincurfew.com. Right there on our homepage is the link to the page where you can find ways to enter. And there's plenty of ways to follow us and get multiple entries, up your chances to win any of these great prizes. Tons of great stuff from TaylorMade.
Yeah, well said.
It's right there.
Free
Enter
drivers.
to win. Click on the button, sign up, put your friends in there.
Yeah.
Put your damn email in there. I think that's all we need to get you on the list.
Yeah.
And then we'll pull a name out of a hat. Look, Binger's got the driver right there. These drivers are sick.
The Stealth 2s are nasty.
They're nasty.
They're nasty. And we know you guys up there need some golf balls. We're giving golf balls too. So
we're giving away golf balls.
For you slashers up there.
If you don't like a free nugget, then I don't know who you are.
Yeah, exactly.
Free nuggets.
We're pulling a winner before the Stanley Cup Finals. So, before the finals are over, you could be teeing it up with the new set of TaylorMades.
Love it.
You've
Check
heard
it out.
here.
MissinCurfew.com. We'll be right back.
Fella.
Welcome back to Missin Curfew. Up dog. Speaking of golfing, we got our tea time segment brought to you by our good friends at TaylorMade.
TaylorMade.
Like we just said, lots of giveaways here. They've given us tons of product. We want to give it to our loyal listeners, but we've had some teams exit the playoffs here. So here it comes. Tea time is presented by TaylorMade. Let's start with the Edmonton Oilers, fellow.
I'm sad.
I know.
I'm sad.
I know.
I mean, it's just just when you think you're so close, you're just so damn far. And the game of hockey can be ruthless sometimes. Just when you think a team, after game 2 in the second round where the Oilers absolutely pump the Vegas Golden Knights, I think everyone in the league said, including people all over TV, people writing in the papers, that the Edmonton Oilers are the team to beat. Right. Yeah. I think we were on our NHL Network show saying this last week. And
we were.
And then they just, they lay an egg. They can't stop a puck. They, can't put 4 lines together to win a hockey game. And, it snowballs, and it snowballs fast in the game of hockey in the playoffs. It's highs and lows.
Yeah.
The differences in winning and losing, the game of inches. It's, shitty.
Yeah. And to me, it's like, when you like see a hot broad, right? Like she's so hot, but then you realize like maybe she's not the nicest person, but you forget about it because of her hotness. You're like, she's so hot. McDavid and Draisaitl did that to me with how good they were against LA. Like they were so good that I forgot that Stuart Skinner was a rookie and stinks. I forgot how bad their fucking defense were. And I forgot their lack of fucking depth. And what we saw in that series against Vegas is hockey is still a team game. And I forgot that because of how good McDavid and Draisaitl were all season long in the second half, in the first round in LA that we watched game 6 firsthand. It's still a team game ups, and Vegas was the better team. And here we go again with Edmonton. What do they do now? Right? Like McDavid and Draisaitl are in their prime, and they lost in the second round to a good hockey team that is probably the favorite now. But to me, it just showed their holes, and that's why they're not playing. And it does suck because McDavid and Draisaitl wasn't quite as good in the second round as he was in the first round, nor that's hard to keep that standard up.
Yeah.
But listen, I mean, Skinner, he looked like a rookie, and maybe Jack Campbell was fighting it mentally. But to me, and I said to you down the stretch that they got to find a way to get Jack Campbell going. They gave that guy 5 years, 25 bananas. And he was a non-factor really in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. And their D Nurse, you make $9 million. It's not your fault. Good on you. He wasn't very good. Bouchard defensively was exactly what I expected. He wasn't very good.
Yeah, he can't. Yeah, he can't be out there playing against top lines. He needs Ekholm, who I think again Ekholm probably could have had a better playoffs. But he needed to be everything that they needed defensively because no one else was really doing it.
Yeah.
CC could have been a guy that stepped up and played better. I think today as of this week, injuries are starting to come out. I think Evander Kane was playing with a broken finger.
Was he?
That was in the news today. I think
he could have been better.
Janmark was hurt. He was a big difference. When he was healthy, it gave them some depth and some veteran help. It's just it's tough. It's tough. You would expect these guys to understand just how just how lucky they are to have in their prime Draisaitl and McDavid both playing at a level that they're playing, and it's hard for everyone to get up to play for those guys and to bring their game up that much. I love what Derek Ryan did. I love the way
Warren Fogle played.
Yeah, and I love Derek Ryan.
Yeah, Derek Ryan did play well.
For a guy that was just not even on a fucking radar to be in the NHL 2 years ago, this guy plays the way he does now, and he's solidified himself as a national leader.
Yeah. Obviously, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins wasn't good enough 5-on-5. And then to me, like Nick Bjugstad, Bugie's a good guy, but his game in a nutshell, in game 6, William Karlsson goes in the corner, fucking bitch slaps him off the puck. I mean, bitch slaps him off the puck. Go behind the net, low to high, bing, bing, boom, Marshall bangs it in. Like, come on, Bugie. Like, they bring you in there, like, just, you're 6'5".
Yeah, but he's not that player.
But that doesn't matter.
I know, but
it doesn't matter.
I know.
Like, you got to give your ball, like, how many chances do you want? Like, he's not going to get a better one than that to fucking win a Stanley Cup.
All I'm saying is you got to know going in that if a guy's never done it before, it's hard to really get him to do it. Does that make sense? Like, he doesn't do it. I don't know what to tell you. It's like, they're just not, opposition knows that they won't do anything.
No, I get what you're saying, but like,
I would
for me to score 50 goals was never going to happen, no matter how hard I tried.
Yeah.
Now for Nick Bjugstad to give his balls a tug and not get outbeat on battles down low, that's just will. That's not anything but will, and he just doesn't have it in him. And if I'm a GM and I'm going to sign him, I'm going to be like, why do I want this big 6 foot fucking softy? I don't want him. And I like Bugie. It's nothing personal.
No, I know.
But you just had a chance. They had the path to the fucking Stanley Cup to win the big one. Which even if you didn't have it in it, I know it's hard for you because you played the right way and you played hard in playoff time. But even if you did, I'm looking at a guy like, I don't know, Mason Raymond, for example. I love you, Mace, but he was never the hardest guy. But when they went to the finals, he played harder. Like he just had to play harder.
I know. Unfortunately, so some guys I just don't think. I don't know what it would take.
Yeah,
to fucking light his balls on fire, or
like if I was
piss him off. Like, I don't know. Say something.
There's got to be some way that you could spark this fun. Like if I was McDavid, I would have went by him and said, like, you want to make me do it all by myself? Like, does McDavid got to be more of a prick? I don't know. Like, how do you get, like, the fact that these guys didn't play harder?
I felt bad down the third period. Like there was just, you could only put McDavid and Draisaitl out there. They probably could have played the whole 20 minutes, but it's like, guys, man, how do you, watching Marsha showed of all people, put a clinic on in game 6 in their building. A clinic, and Petro again, like Petro. Have we got to that yet?
Yeah, you want to talk about the slash?
Slash.
Yeah, it's a couple.
How do you not respond to that? The team doesn't respond.
I know.
It's like, fuck. A guy goes and does that to your best player, and you cannot fucking find a way to respond, to kick their fucking ass. I mean, kick their ass like on the score sheet.
Yeah, or run them.
But ultimately, running them's one thing. Beating them in a game is the next. Like,
totally
using the fact that you're not going to let someone like that do that to Draisaitl. It's upsetting, and that to me is the most upsetting thing.
Yeah, and Draisaitl shook his hand real quick and told him to fuck off. It looked like Petro wanted to talk to him. Draisaitl had no time for that. I love that. But when Draisaitl and McDavid are your best players and the ones playing with the biggest balls, it's like, how can, and I do think Yamamoto was trying. I just don't think he's that good of a player. Like, I'm not going to question his work ethic, but he was terrible. And Ryan McLeod has all the tools. I question, does he have a tool shed? I don't know. He skates around 100 miles fucking hour and he looks great and he just doesn't do anything.
Yeah, he's young. I still think he's entry-level guy.
And then
he's had 2 playoff runs now, right? Like one in the conference final, one in the second round. He's going to be looked upon to be, he's going to have to take his game to another level.
And some people may think, well, but you never won one. And I never did. But we're talking about this team that has the 2 best players on the fucking planet here. We're not talking about, the LA Kings or teams that have been, we're talking about, you have the two best players in the fucking world right
ever
now
to play the game.
and you can't fucking help them get to the Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
Come on, boys. Like, come on here. We're not asking Yamamoto to go out and score 10 goals in the fucking second round. Look what Jordan Martinook did. We're going to get to him and on get this guy a beer.
Yeah.
Jordan Martinook had 0 points in the first round. He had 10 in the second round. You got to do stuff that you're just not used to fucking doing.
Winning comes from all players in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like when McDavid and Draisaitl are doing what they're doing, they're still not going to win unless someone down the line of the train figures out how to fucking get their game to the next level and figures out how to win a few games. Those guys are going to win 60% of your wins or 70% of your wins, but the next 30, when you have those tight games, needs to come from fucking Cousins, needs to come from someone like that. Like, pick it up. You know, Edmonton found a little bit of it in the first round.
They did. Yamamoto scored a big goal in game 6.
Costin, Yamamoto, big goals in game 6 against LA.
I thought, like I said, Warren Fogle, I thought Fogle played better than out of his comfort zone and did stuff that, and ups, you know, when it comes to 5-on-5, they weren't nearly good enough. And I think if you're Ken Holland and look at me like telling him how to do his job, he's got more Stanley Cups than I ever imagined. But I think when you look at this team in a regular season, you can't get blinded by McDavid. And I know he tried, right? He got Ekholm, he picked up Bukestad, but like they're so good in the regular season that I think they protect their holes, right? And then playoff starts like, oh shit, here we go again. So I think his job is to somehow realize I got to plug these holes. Like I can't go off the regular season because these guys are so good.
Good luck though with Nurse. Like, so this triple threat mentality of paying 3 guys like $10 million or more, like the, you know, Marner's, Matthews, Tavares, Nylander type thing. You have McDavid, Draisaitl, Nurse. I mean, that's not good enough.
Yeah.
It's great. 2 of them. It's not good enough for your third $10 million guy. It's just not.
Yeah. And listen, I think Nurse was playing as hard as he could. And there was times throughout my career where I had no confidence as a defenseman. Things aren't going your way. And I think it snowballed on him. And it's not his fault he's making 9 bananas. But like you said, that is the contract that I think is ultimately putting them in the situation they're in.
And that's what? They got 6-7 more years of that?
I'm trying to pull it up.
It's not perfect.
It's not perfect. Where are the Oilers here? Well, I'll give you a sec.
I mean, do you trade? Does Connor ask for a trade? Like, is this it?
No, it's not it. So Connor's 26. He's got 3 years left at 12.5. Leon's got, now this is the real question. Leon's got 2 years left at 8.5. Now is Leon in a hurry to sign an extension?
Fuck no.
Now that is where, you know, now if Leon leaves in 2 years after 2024, and then McDavid has 1 year left, that's where I think they got 2 more years.
Yeah,
maybe Draisaitl surprises us and signs next year. I don't know.
No, but I'll tell you what. Knowing him, he's passionate, and I'm telling you what, he sticks by his word, and he likes the city of Edmonton. If he loves the city and loves his teammates, you know, maybe he stays. But he doesn't deserve to, you know, deal with any pressure on staying. He doesn't owe that city anything.
No, I agree.
He doesn't owe the city anything. He should be able to say, I've given my heart and soul for this team. I've elevated my game to a place it's never been, to a place most guys have never even seen. And, you know, I deserve to go somewhere now where I'm the top dog, or, you know, the team's well built and structured and focused on a championship team and championship pedigree.
Yeah.
Then he goes somewhere.
And Kenny Holland's defense, and listen, they need the cap to go up, right? No one knew that no one knew we were going to get a fucking pandemic here and the cap would go up $2 million in 4 years or 3 years or whatever it's been. So the cap's eventually going to go up, which they fucking need desperately.
Yeah.
And then my boy, Vinny Darnay, I love this kid, but you could just tell he wasn't quite ready. And for me in the regular season, I thought he looked ready. I thought he was going to take that next step to be almost a shutdown guy. He wasn't that guy either. And that, you know, he needed to be better. I thought Kulak and CC to me were probably, besides Ekholm, their most consistent. I thought Ekholm was their bestie. Bouchard offensively is nasty. Don't get me wrong. Like his bomb is unbelievable. Listen, they'll be back. I love the Oilers fans. I love that building. I honestly thought this was their year. I thought with Colorado being out, Boston being out, Tampa being out, and Vegas had other thoughts. So it is what it is. We'll move on to your Seattle Kraken, buddy. Go ahead. You saw it. You envisioned it.
I mean, listen, I laid it down and I said Kraken should get out of the first round. It was a battle. They had 2 hard-fought rounds, right? 7 games in both rounds. They played great on the road. They played great at home. They fucking fought in every game they were ever in. They played a super high-paced, in-your-face style of game. They got incredible goaltending. Grubauer, you're back in the mix as a go-to guy.
Yeah,
you
really
are.
is. He proved me wrong.
Even Game 7 last night, buddy, you made some incredible saves that were, they were just unbelievable and kept your team in it. The fact that they, even this year they have a first, 3 second-round picks, a third, a fourth, a fifth, 2 6, a 7. They're going to load up on more guys this year. They got to sign. They got to bring in some if they want to get to the next level, they need some high-end caliber talent, right?
Yeah.
Some really high-end names to come in and help this team. But, I love the way that what's his name played down the stretch, the guy that scored all the fucking goals. What's his name?
Bjorkström. Holy fuck, that
great
guy.
player. My
What a
boy Jaden
shot.
Schwartzy. I know what you've been going through, buddy. You fucking played out of your mind, and you were big. You're a heart piece of that team. That team leaned on you. You play with your heart on your sleeve. You played well. Congrats, buddy.
Yeah, I think, listen, it was a great story. And you said that, there was a clip at the start of the playoffs where you said the boys are feeling it.
Yeah.
And fuck, you were right. And there's something to be said about feeling it at this time of year. And obviously I was upset when they lost to the Avs, but this team is relentless. Ron Francis, guy made all the right decisions. They're in a great position. I don't know if this is the year because of the UFA pool and maybe wait another year till the cap goes up. But they put this team on the map, and now they got to, in my opinion, go out and get a legit number one center or forward. Like Vegas went and got Jack Eichel. Maybe it's not this year. Maybe wait another year, and then you go out and get somebody that's fucking a legit superstar.
Yep.
Because this team from top to bottom, Yanni Gord, Eberle, your boy Schwartzy, them all. They played, Brandon Tanev, they played unbelievable. I think they got their number one D in Vince Dunn. He's a restricted free agent. I think you lock him up. Their D's as good as anyone.
Mm-hmm.
I just think now they need that one fucking game changer because they are relentless, man. Fuck, were they relentless. And it was a great story.
Yeah, I know. I listened to Hackstall last night after, on ESPN. He gave his post-game speech, and I think he just said from the moment he had this group in training camp, he realized that these guys, they knew they had something special in there without the high star power, right?
Yeah.
They knew that they were a group of guys that could get something done and go on a special little run. And to me, it's a successful year for a team like Seattle Kraken who get into the playoffs, who taste it, who have a young group. A lot of their guys, Beniers, some of their younger D. These guys, this is a taste of successful playoff hockey early in their career. It's only going to lead into something better eventually, right? They're going to be looked upon as veterans sooner than later. And to me, in a city like that with a new team, new building, new fan base, it's a success, and they got to look and keep their heads high.
Yeah, well said. It's a big time success. Their fans, shout out to the fans in Seattle. That place was fucking rocking every night. And, after they, go on a little bender here or whatever they do, and they take a couple weeks to kind of, the motivation for them to get back in the gym. Listen, they're on the map. No one's taking them for granted. Let's see what Ron Francis does in the offseason with adding some pieces to it. But they have a core foundation that they've built there. And like you said about Grubauer, if he can continue to play at the rate he did in the playoffs, this team's not going anywhere. So as much as they cost me money throughout the playoffs, good on him. It was a great story. Tea Times continues here, presented by TaylorMade Updog, your New Jersey Devils. Go ahead. Another team that
they just, to me, the Devils were, they were an exciting team to watch. They play fast. I thought they had great coaching. They had some high skill in Pratt and in Brad and in Hughes. Dougie Hamilton had a hell of a year. I thought he could have did a little more in the playoffs. Eric Holla being a guy that, brought in as a journeyman, played well for them. It's a group of guys that are going to stay together for a while. I see this team as a young team, playing in a division where they earned, everything they got this year, they earned. So, again, I look at that as a successful season coming off a fucking shitty year in 2020 to 21, 22. And now these guys are, they're on the map again. And I just think they lost to a buzzsaw team who's playing well. Carolina is a hard team to play against, built for the playoffs.
Totally.
Have been there every year.
Have had heartbreak and have been beaten out.
That's what I mean. They've been
Devils,
there.
They looked a little inexperienced against a team like the Hurricanes that have been to the conference final, have lost in the second round, have got that fire in their belly.
Yep.
Listen, Jack Hughes, to me, we went on about the Oilers, about Bugey and that. This kid got out of his comfort zone. This kid got a taste of playoff hockey. He proved me wrong. I thought come playoff time that Jack Hughes might get pushed aside and not be big enough. Fuck that. He fucking got a little scrap with Aho. He got his tooth knocked out. He played great. He's unbelievable on the mic. This kid's swagger when he does interviews, it's unbelievable. I love it. This kid, I would love to go have a beer with him at Due West and, maybe more than just one, right? He seems like a great kid. Nico Hischier proved to me that he's more than just he's from Switzerland. This guy plays the right way. He plays hard. Palat's their veteran guy. To me, they got to bring in some more veteran guys. Now, a guy like Milan Lucic, who's a free agent. If I'm Todd Fitzgerald, maybe Lucic, bring it on your foot. Like, they just got to bring in some bigger, heavier guys up front to help with these guys. Their back end is as good as anyone. Now, Severson and Graves are UFAs. We'll see what happens there, but they have a foundation here, Ups. They proved to me that they're going in the right direction. As much as the fucking mutant fans are all over me. Listen, this is a good hockey club with a great young core. I think you got to bring in some veteran guys, don't you? Some old school veteran guys.
Yeah, you
mentioned out there.
You mentioned one there, Rob Bertuzzo. I mean, fuck.
Why not?
Who knows? I don't know if I don't know what the plan is for the Blues and Bobo, but I think he's still got some hockey left in him. He's won a Stanley Cup. He's a guy that plays fucking sandpaper hockey.
Yeah.
But you're right. It just needs a little fucking beef and a little bit of veteran help. And that could have been, you never know. It could be a difference to get these guys back in that spot and moving forward from there. So
yeah, and Timo Meier, who's on RFA, I would probably lock him down. I'm sure that's first on Tom Fitzgerald's thing to do. I thought, listen, you guys want to talk about taking him out of the game? Timo Meier getting hit by Trouba woke him the fuck up. He played so much better in the second round. I know he didn't get the results, but he was just kind of lost in the first round a little bit, and that hit woke him up. Yeah. I thought he played better in the second round. Like, he was like, holy shit, here we go.
A hit. Wow.
That was a hit.
That was a body check.
And shout out to Frosty. I mean, his hair looked great throughout the whole course of the Stanley Cup playoffs.
He couldn't keep my eyes off him on the TV.
Yeah.
That guy's just everywhere.
He's a pro. So, up dog, you were right on the Devils. Good things ahead. Last but not least, here in Tea Times, I got the Fact Daddy shirt on. Fact Daddy, I love you, buddy. The Leafs. I'm going to start with the Leafs.
Please.
I've been hearing these interviews about we believe in this core. We believe. Believe what? You won 5 fucking playoff games. What do you believe in? Oh, you want to stay together? No shit, you want to stay together. You play in the mecca of hockey that they treat you unbelievable. You heard Ryan O'Reilly say in his post-playoff press conference how good everything is. The front office, the people that work for the team, the way they get treated, the room. Like, they're the New York Yankees of hockey. Yeah, I get you don't want to leave. To me, Uppy, something's got to be done. Like, I just don't think you continue to keep these 4 together. They just didn't play hard enough, Ups. They just didn't play hard enough. They shouldn't have got by Tampa. Without O'Reilly, I don't think they do get by Tampa. To me, they just didn't play hard enough. I don't think it's on Kyle Dubas. I think Sheldon Keefe's a good coach. We'll see what happens with them. Mitch Marner, Willen Nylander, Matthews, Tavares. I think Tavares tries as hard as he can. You got to play harder. They just didn't play hard enough, and Florida came in there and fucking bitch slapped them around, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, that's right. Every year, I think these guys have gone into those postseason meetings. 2 days after the season's over, Dubas gets his chance to speak. Matthews gets his chance. Marner gets his chance when Marner's not going to the movies. And they say the same thing every year, right? It's I love this team. I love my teammates. Never been on a closer team before.
Yeah.
We're going to be able to do this. We're going to have a better chance next year. We're going to work on our game. We're going to do this. For me, it's got to be fucking something's drastic. Got to change. It's got to be some sort of meteor coming in and just boom and blowing the thing up.
Yeah.
I why not? But fuck it. Why not? It doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work. So the new guy coming in isn't going to take this leftover
shit.
Yeah, this bad recipe of non-tasty grandma's fucking spaghetti. It's not working. No one wants it. We want to change things up. We got to. Winning one series does nothing. It actually.
They shouldn't have won that series either.
It did nothing because they only won one more game, right? They won one more game than the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Yeah.
That's it. Or two more games.
Yeah.
It's fucking nothing when a fan base is dying for a run, like a run that's, another game 7. How about give us a fucking, game 6 or game 7 in a, hard fought fucking second, third round series. When you don't get there, nothing successful. It's been 5 years now under Dubas.
At least.
Let's go.
5 to 7 maybe. And
doesn't work.
People are going to say it's a close series. A bounce could go here or there. And that's true. To me, they didn't play inside ice enough. Don't get me wrong. When Nylander gets it on the outside and Marner come here and Matt, but as you watch Florida, they just stayed inside. And then Bobrovsky played great. To me, they didn't get to enough inside ice. And for Kyle Dubas, he tried. There's the old saying, lipstick on a pig. It's just, but he tried. He made so many moves. They need a right-handed defenseman to play with Morgan Riley. Now, Dumba is a UFA. I don't know if that's a guy, but they need a right-handed D-man to play with Morgan Riley. And there was people going into this series, Uppy, that were like, oh, Morgan Riley's not their best defenseman. He's their best defenseman by far.
100%.
It's not even close.
But he shouldn't be the best defenseman.
He needs a right-handed D-man that he can play with, that can move the puck in. And Luke Schenn, he played unbelievable. He played great with Morgan Riley. Yeah, he did.
He's a great pickup for a sixth, fifth to sixth.
He shouldn't be playing with your top best defenseman. And I'm sure Luke would say that. So, and to me, the Leafs fans, you mentioned it. Growing up, I was a diehard Leafs fan. Leafs fans have been given a bad rap about not getting excited. They were excited. They played. They were fired up. They were drinking outside. The ACC
no question.
was
They're some of the best fans in the league.
They were great this year. They are as hungry as any fan base, obviously. The guys, I don't know, man. I think if those boys are looking at themselves today, up dog, it's got to be like, man, right? Did we give it everything? Did Mitch Marner give it everything he had? Right? I put a lot of stress on top players. Like you gotta be the guy. You're making fucking $11 million.
Yeah,
you're the reason, man.
Yeah, I know. But again, that's just the way the team's made up, though. When you give those guys that deal, 3 of them, you need to understand that it's all going to fall on them. It's all falling on them and you. So, talk shows and fucking the boys on overdrive, and it's the same shit. You got to blow this thing up.
Yeah.
There's got to be a big move. Nylander, got to move him out of there. Tavares, you can't.
Nylander's got one more year left at 6.9.
He's going to get a raise, and, you got to move him while he can. Do you move him for a great piece, like a young, prospect or a young defenseman that's already, stabilizes? Is anyone from the Colorado Avalanche going to be on the block for a defenseman? Is it Taves? Is it Byram? Is it?
I mean, I would trade Sam Girard, but Sam Girard's not what the Leafs need. But
William
Nylander is exactly what the Avalanche need, though. If you're fucking throwing that out there, that would be a great fit in Colorado. Great fit. But they need a right-handed defense. Bo Byram's not getting traded. I'll call Joe myself.
Yeah, I hope.
Or the new GM, what's his name, McFarland. And listen, we made decent money, right? We made decent money. But when you're making this much money and we do the same thing every day as we practice, we work out, we come here, and you're making $11 million, there's more pressure on you. Yeah. That's just the way it fucking is. Like if I'm making $2 million and you're making 11, fucking bring it.
Yeah.
And that's what comes with those contracts. If it's fair or not, I don't care. But when I played and I looked at the guys that were our best players making the most money, you got to be our best players. Now it's on me and Uppy to do our part and chip in and help out. But you can't ask to be the same as you. You're our best players. That's why you're making that money. And to me, these guys, again, if you let them off the hook and bring the band back together again, what's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over again with the same result? Yeah. It's like, come on, man. Yeah. But I think Kyle Dubas tried everything he could. Yeah. I really do. So, tea times. I wonder what they're doing in Toronto. Are they? It must be having. Does that team have a year-end bender or what?
I don't know. Probably not in town
Peter.
Though.
In town.
Well, I'm sure they go for a couple pints, but get out of there. They're all getting out of there.
Where do you
right?
go? Florida, Miami for the weekend or what? What would you do if your boys hop on the Burber going to Miami?
Niagara.
Good
go jump out of a fucking
strip clubs in Niagara. Good strip clubs in there.
Jump out of a wheelbarrow.
Some of them probably want to. That was our Tea Times presented by our good friends at TaylorMade. Check it out. Sign up for our giveaway. The Rumor Mill. It's back. Presented by Cannadips. Now this is my rumor, and this is just me throwing it out. This is just what I think. I think Austin Matthews, even though after what he said yesterday about wanting to be in Toronto, I don't know. I think he's going to move on. And to me, the LA Kings would be a great spot for the Toronto Maple Leafs to trade him. And to me, Dursey, Velarde, Byfield, and maybe a first rounder. I don't know if that's something LA would do, but I just think Matthews is a great fit if he does want to move to LA because they got Kopitar and that Philip Deneau, two rock solid two-way players. You put Matthews, let him play with Kemp. Boom. They do some fucking, I just think if he does want to leave, in my opinion, the LA Kings are the best spot for him because we don't know what's going on in Tempe with the new barn. I don't think Matthews probably wants to go play in the mullet. I just think I'm starting the rumor Matthews to the Kings. I think we started it last year, but I just think that'd be a great fit. And those pieces going back to Toronto would help out tremendously.
I'd like to see him down in Cali.
That'd be great.
But okay, so before July 1, he is a unprotected, basically we got 1 year left on an unprotected deal. After July 1, he's got no trade move. No move. So right now, you got to say the Leafs, even though Austin Matthews came out yesterday and said that he wants to stay here, this is his ultimate goal, loves it here again, blah, 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 blah. It's the same stuff they all say at the end of the year because they love it there. Yes, it's fucking, you get treated well and you like playing there because it's whatever. But okay. The Toronto Maple Leafs, they got to listen to offers right now. Right?
He's got to listen to everything.
So if, rumors were Chicago Blackhawks might be firing out whatever, they might offer the Leafs everything and give the guy, and maybe they offer fucking Austin Matthews a $16 million deal, per year, whatever. I don't know, max it out. He's going to go through some heartache for the first years, but he's got Connor Bedard coming in. Chicago Blackhawks are known to have, now cap space and an opportunity to build perhaps another dynasty around those two guys if he goes in. Great city, whatever. Great history.
No more Tavern on Rush, but
no more Tavern on Rush. Right. Good golf though, and great jerseys, great barn,
great jerseys.
But so do I think something gets done? Maybe unless he signs by July 1. The Toronto Maple Leafs are crazy not to offer, to listen to these offers.
Dubas said,
is Dubas going to stick around for this opportunity?
If I don't stay here, I'm taking time off. And he said that was a tough trying, season on his family.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't have family. I don't have kids, right? I don't have nephews and but like to me being a GM of the Toronto Maple Leafs, it's stressful, but people have a harder life than you, Kyle.
No, but listen,
there's
I think
people out
here
that don't have any fucking money.
Yep.
What are you talking about? Tough on your, you're making whatever being the GM of the Toronto Maple Leafs.
I think he knows he's out. And that was that they wanted to not do this right away. So they're giving him they told him what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And they allowed him to go to the media with whatever kind of answer he wanted. And, he's leaning on his family right now, saying he doesn't know what happens, but he knows he's not fucking coming back.
So I think if he's gone, I think Keefe's then gone. So now you got a new GM you got to bring in that has to get Austin Matthews.
And he's got a month and a half.
Yeah, that's right.
By next week, I think I would say Dubas is gone by next week.
I would say if Dubas is gone, that even makes me think more Matthews doesn't stay there.
Yeah, no, I
How are they going to get this deal done? An 8-year deal, unless they just come out and say, Matthews, what do you want? I want fucking 15 million.
You're going to say if he stays in Toronto and wants to win, he can't take that deal. He's going to look like the biggest selfish prick on the planet. So I think he's out. I think you heard it here. Dubas gone, Keefe gone, new GM, new coach by next week, making hard decisions to keep Austin Matthews around. And I think it's either him or it's Marner or one of those two kids are getting dealt.
Yeah. And I guess when you think of the trade to the Kings, how are they going to fit Matthews' 11.6 under the cap? Right. I don't think Jersey, Velarde, and Byfield all together make 11. They probably don't. So it's going to have to be more than that. Right?
Yeah.
Because the cap's only going up
you would eat some salary obes and you would get a draft pick in there too.
Okay. So let's see here. Where is this fucker? Velarde. Yeah. He makes 825. Tough start. Jersey makes 1.7 and Byfield makes $1 million. So no, it's not even close.
No.
So maybe do you trade Victor Arvidsson? Do you trade Iafallo? They're making 4.2 to get it up. I don't know. I just think, and this is why it's so hard to make trades. I just think LA is a great fit for him. I think if he looked at it, he'd be like, I can come in here. I got my shutdown fucking Hall of Famer Kopitar. I got Philip Deneau. I can just come in here and play with Kempe and snap it around. And I live in LA on the beach. I don't know. It's just to me.
Darnell Nurse for Austin Matthews.
That'll get Kenny Holland fired. So another rumor mill here. Right. Chris Johnston actually grew up around where I did, this fucking guy. Ryan O'Reilly will test the free agent market. I figured that. That's why I'm going to throw it out here. Fact Daddy. Sign with the Tampa Bay Lightning. I know they don't have any cap space either, but find a way to get the Fact Daddy to play. I just would love to see him in Tampa with Coop and the boys. It's just a perfect team for him. And they had a chance to win another one. And he can work on his golf game. No state tax.
Yeah.
John Cooper's the man.
Yeah, great schools.
Ryan
Tampa
O'Reilly,
Bay. Yeah, like you told
See, I don't think of that stuff. I'm
Well,
just
you have
thinking,
to
fuck it, let's play some puck.
Yeah.
Let's play some fucking puck and go out. You're like, good schools. Yeah, I guess I got good schools too. I don't fucking know, but does that not seem like a good fit for the Fact Daddy in Toronto?
I mean, I don't know how closely tied he is with going back to his old squad. I think we've talked about that earlier.
I think there's probably interest there.
You know, I know he still has his house, but maybe that's going up for sale.
I think for sure he's going to talk to Army, 100%. And maybe they talked before. And
I'd love to see just Fact Daddy going somewhere where he's enjoying hockey. And he felt a lot of pressure this last couple of years being the captain of the St. Louis Blues.
Too much.
There was a lot of pressure.
He put too much pressure on himself.
And I'd like to see him enjoy hockey, play hard, compete. He's got a lot of hockey left in him.
For sure.
But, you know, with a young, growing family and a guy that's won a cup and a Conn Smythe, he obviously wants to win. Just listen to the offers, pick a spot. I like Tampa Bay with Obes. I think that would be great.
That just seems to, because they don't play a fast pace, right? Fact Daddy likes to slow her down, which I love about him, right? He wants to dust her off a little bit. Tampa doesn't play like Cooch slows her down. They don't play a high tempo. So to me,
I mean, let's be honest. Without Ryan O'Reilly wearing a Leafs jersey this year, Tampa Bay Lightning
are still playing.
In a lot of ways, are still playing.
Yeah. I'm going to try to reach out to the Fact Daddy, see if we can get him on. He gave me crickets the first time I asked him, so maybe I'll ask him another time. But the rumor mill presented by our good friends at Cannadips, promo code Curfew Cali, Updog NHL Awards. Cody C-Note owes me a dinner at Nobu. Matty Tkachuk is a finalist for the Hart. Well deserved. I think these are the three that got it right. I know Leon probably doesn't give a fuck, but McDavid Pastor took Matty Tkachuk, unbelievable for the Hart. Vezina, Hellebuck, Sorokin, Allmark. I think they got that right. And then Uppy, this one jumped out to me because you stuck up for Carlson a lot this year on Missin Curfew. The players have spoken. Ted Lindsay Award, McDavid, Pastrnak, and Carlson. So that shows to me that these guys in the league realize how hard it is for a guy to get that many points as a D. So you've been saying it all year, bro.
Yeah, and we don't know, because we weren't on the ice with these guys, of just how dominant, of play that they, obviously when you say you look at games now, you look at it as a coach. Well, these guys were on the ice with these guys, right? These are guys day in, day out that looked across and said, fuck, here's Carlson on the ice again. Oh, shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I got to watch my back. Yeah, whether I'm a D or I'm a forward, this guy's doing things that have never been done in how many years? 40, 50 years since Bobby Orr, since Brian Leach. Like, this guy put up numbers that, you're forced to be like, wow.
Yeah.
Pastrnak, what a year the kid put together after even a slow start.
Yeah.
The Hart Trophy. Wow, Connor, like the fucking congrats. On another third Hart Trophy.
It's just like if you're up for the Hart, like Matty's, he'll go to Nashville, obviously, but you just know you're not going to win, right?
No, but you're going to have a good time.
Great time.
You're not nervous.
Matty deserves it,
You're not nervous. You're actually like, wow, I get fucking, what a year. What a year. My squad's still playing. And out of these three, he's still the only guy playing. That says a lot, right?
Does it ever?
So congrats to those guys. What an honor again. Nashville, by the way. Maybe the boys go there on a little trip.
Break out the monkey bum there, June 26th.
It's sticky. I've been there for a drive. My second year in the league, they asked us, me and Ham Hughes and Toots, to all go down and participate in the NHL draft.
Did Ham Hughes hang out with you and Toots a lot afterwards?
He did, yeah.
Could he keep up?
He'd just laugh at us.
Yeah, he's probably the nicest guy in the world.
Yeah, Hammer's a good guy.
Nice guy.
Yeah, quiet, nice guy, but boy, it is hot there. You're right. And the bars, like, you're going out to the bars and there's not much AC in these fucking bars. They just open the windows. Everyone's sweating.
Is that the weekend after Bonnaroo?
That is the weekend. It's the weekend after Bonnaroo. I might go in for Saturday.
Maybe we just go into Bonnaroo, rent a house in Nashville, spend the week there, do a pod, go to the finals, go to the awards, spend the whole week there.
Bring out all the monkey bum you could possibly find.
I know, no shit. All right, Updog, get this guy a beer presented by our good friends at Labatt Blue USA. Pete DeBoer. Justin Williams has a nickname, Mr. Game 7. Pete DeBoer is coming for him. He's 7-0 in Game 7s. And I want to say, I noticed this, like, he's such a calming influence on the fucking behind the bench that he's probably the perfect coach for Game 7. Like, I wouldn't be the perfect coach because I'd be fucking up and down like a fucking toilet seat. I'd be like, fuck, what are you doing? Up and get it out. Great play. Like, he was just the whole game, nice and chill. So I think his personality and his calming influence is why he's 7-0. Get him a blue light.
Absolutely. And, a big fan of yours anyway. Said hi to you at the All-Star game. Good guy.
Great guy.
Listen,
saw him at Factor Stanley Cup party.
You did, right?
Yeah,
Nice.
years ago. Yeah, good dude.
No, he's a great guy. And I mean, 7-0 is accomplishment. But
Yeah, and he always wears 3-piece suits. You know
if he's Mr. If our boy
Justin Williams is Mr.
Game 7, this guy's, he's just,
he's
captain coach.
Yeah,
Game 7.
He's just get Pete DeBoer behind the bench if it's Game 7. Jordan Martinook, man, we talked about him earlier. 0 points in the first round. This is what I'm talking about, getting out of your fucking comfort zone. This guy plays hard. He likes Missin Curfew. We're going to try to get him on. He might be a Stanley Cup champ when we do. 10 points against the Devils. Get Jordan Martinook a blue light.
Wow.
What a series, man.
What a series is right.
What a fucking series.
A couple snipes too, like coming down the wing. I mean, he said some shorties too.
Buddy.
Like a fucking Carolina Hurricanes are no bueno.
I mean, dude, that's a guy that played in the fourth line. He got opportunity. To me, it's unbelievable. Another guy I want to give some love to, Nick Cousins scoring the OT winner against the Leafs. Get him a blue light.
What a toy. What a toy.
That's a guy that just fucking, like you always say about, some guys got to take 1 year deals. Some guys got to go on PTOs. Heaven forbid you got to go back down to the jungle like I did. But this guy fucking waited for an opportunity. I believe he's on a 1 year deal with the Cats. He's been unbelievable. He's a good Belleville, Ontario guy. He's got a little bit of Brad Richardson in him on and off the ice. He's a fucking beauty. So Nick Cousins, get a blue light, bud.
How about our boy Jack Eichel making the third round for the first time in his career? You just see how happy he is in the playoffs and how just elevated he's actually brought his game. And then I think, and this is just from, outside looking in, and I've watched, the Vegas Golden Knights play a lot live lately, but the team just is they're a better team around him. They act more confident. They know like the power play's been better, obviously.
Fuck yeah.
Having Stone back in the lineups help, but Jack Eichel is a big reason why the Vegas Golden Knights were able to push through the Oilers, push through the first round. Now they're up against Dallas. I'd love to see just these guys they've been together a while too.
Yeah.
And they've been, I think this is the fourth time they've made it to the conference finals in the past 6 years they've been around the league. Like this team is ready to rock and roll.
Ike's in Game 6 alone was so big and so strong against the Oilers. He just bitch slapped them all. He just said, "Get the fuck off me. This is my biscuit." And Ike's is absolutely rolling. So I'm happy for him. Get him a blue light. It's going to be unbelievable. Yeah. So that was presented by our friends at Labatt Blue USA. The milk carton up dog presented by Life Force. Promo code Curfew. I got to put our home country, Canada, on the milk carton.
30
fucking years. I thought if there was ever going to be a fucking year, that this might have been it between Edmonton and Toronto. So the good people back home, I'm sorry, you got to wait. I don't know if I believe that Gary doesn't want a cup back in Canada. I'm not the biggest Gary Bettman fan, but I don't think Gary's like anti. People are saying that. I don't know. I just think it's been a tough bounce. And obviously there's not a lot of teams up there.
I mean, he's been the commissioner for 30 years. Is that? Gary Bettman has been the commissioner for 30 years.
Fucking long
and it's been 30 years. I just think the coincidence is too much.
Yeah. 93.
Let's time to maybe switch it up.
I think the worst part is the last team to win it too was the Montreal Canadiens. It's not like the Vancouver Canucks or Toronto Maple Leafs.
Edmonton's been to the finals. Ottawa's been to the finals. Calgary's been to the finals.
They've had some chances.
They have.
They've had some chances.
Shit.
I'd like to see a Canadian team win it here sooner than later. I'm not going to. You got to think that Edmonton's going to win one eventually.
I really thought I was going to watch McDavid and Draisaitl lift that fucking cup. They're too good.
I know. They're thinking the same thing right now.
They're too good.
Whatever they're doing. They're thinking, how the fuck are we not still playing? We're too good for this. Canada thinking about you back home. And then Robertson in Dallas. I'm putting him on the milk carton. If they have any chance of beating
then you got to put him on the milk carton.
He didn't get a goal on the whole series against Seattle. He's got to be better. He just, to me, looks right now that he's a little bit slow and get in there, buddy. Bend your fucking knees. Get on our sticks. Yeah, go to the net. Give your balls a touch.
Watch some tape of you playing in the regular season because you were unstoppable.
Yeah. They're going to need him because Pavelski's been unbelievable. Ben's been good. Sagan's playing hard.
Roope Hintz
has been unbelievable.
Haskinen's been unreal.
So Robertson, you're on the milk carton. Hopefully they'll give you a bump like you did for Nugent Hopkins. Then I've had some people in our social reach out to me. They want me to put Jay Woodcroft on the milk carton for not going to Campbell. So I don't know. You had some info, didn't you?
I listened to your show yesterday. We had Marty Barra, my old French goalie, who, on radio, God, sometimes I can hardly understand him. But he had some insight as a goalie on why they did not choose to put him in. And I guess throughout the course of the last couple of weeks in the playoffs, Jack Campbell could not decide whether he wanted to wear Vaughn gear or fucking Bauer gear or CCM or whatever the other one was.
Yeah.
And that he would show up and in practice, he would wear a set this time and a set that time. And he was like fighting it. And so they're like, how do we know what we're going to get if we put him in to start one of these games? And I kind of get it, but Skinner, man, such a great year he had and such a phenomenal, all-star game. And then the stretch he put together in February, March, April, I feel like it falls on him more than Woodcroft because, as a goalie, you just got to find ways to just stop that puck, man. Whether you're younger or you're fucking older, like Marty Brodeur at the end of his day, he's been, winning all these fucking accolades. Your job's to stop the puck. When you got two of the best players in there, yes, your D struggle, but kind of falls on you. Jay Woodcroft, guy's a young coach. I know he has great intention and he gets the guys to get up and play hard, but that's just a tough one.
Campbell probably, I didn't know that. That's, as a coach, that's going to worry you a little bit. But Skinner, to me, and you mentioned down the stretch, he didn't have to be that good down the stretch. They were playing so well that and he looked like a rookie in there, and that's what scared me. So from the Oilers Nation, Jay Woodcroft, you are on the milk carton. That was presented by Life Force, promo code Curfew. Conference Finals preview up, dog. Here we go. We're down to 4. I went 3 for 4 in the second round. You had a tough second.
I went 0
round.
for 4.
That happens. So you had a good first round.
Yeah.
I had a terrible first round, bud. 7 for 8 in the first round.
7 for 8 in the first round.
Wow.
Yeah. Tough.
What do you think here? Florida, Carolina. What do you got, buddy? Who you picking? What are your thoughts? What do you got?
I got, my Florida Panther fans out there, you're going to hate me, but I just think Carolina is right now out of the teams. I think they're the team to beat. I honestly do.
Critter said the same thing today.
I said, I know the team. They've been there forever under Brindamore. Freddie Anderson's healthy and playing well. They're big. They're strong. They're built for playoffs. Their special teams are good. Aho could arguably be a Conn Smythe finalist right now. You look at the season series, it was 2-1 Hurricanes. 3 brothers in this
fucking Stahl reunion.
3 brothers. Eric Mark and Jordan Stahl facing off against each other. I think it's going to be a battle, but I think the Carolina Hurricanes are the team to beat.
Hurricanes in what?
I'd say Hurricanes in 6.
Yeah. Everything you said is bang on. And this is a series where, really whoever wins you're going to be happy for, right? If you don't like Rod the Bod and everything that he's done in Carolina, I love Freddie Anderson and Jordan Martinook. Then they're a team, right? They've had their 3 best players get hurt.
Yep.
There's chance of what's his nuts coming back. His name starts with a T.
Namaki or
no. Tulavainen or whatever the fuck his name is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He's coming back.
That's
so that will help. That will help. Listen, I'm going to take the Florida Panthers in 6. And I think the rest for Matty Tkachuk is huge. I think these last 3 or 4 days off that he's had, I think it's going to rejuvenate him. To me, he looked tired at the end of the Florida series. I think Matty's going to be unbelievable in this series. I think Bobrovsky is found his Vezina form. And I listen, it's going to be the hardest series for the Panthers for sure. And I know they play Boston. They came back from 3-1.
No, it is.
It's going to be tough. I'm going to take, like I said, the Panthers in 6 because of Matty. And I just wanted to say these videos of Paul Maurice on the bench. Get on her, baby. Get on her, baby. Get a piece of it, baby. Get a piece of it. Get on her, baby. Get on her, baby. He's the man.
Finally, he's getting ISO cammed like the right way. You know, a lot of cameras on him, a lot of eyes, a lot of mics. Yeah, I love it. Good NHL.
I think for the fans, Carolina fans, if people didn't know, you're going to know how good they are. Florida, keep rocking. I think this is going to be a better series than people believe. And then moving out west, up dog. 2 of the bigger teams left, which makes me feel good. A big Vegas team against a big Dallas team. Who do you like in this one, or what are your thoughts on the West Final?
I like the way these teams match up. Obes season series was 3-0 for the Stars. It is what we can call the Western Final rematch during the bubble. 2 well-coached teams. I mean, Bruce Cassidy's brought this team in his first year right to the finals. Same with DeBoer. Both teams seem like they're playing their best hockey as of late. Dallas Stars just had a battle. The Vegas Golden Knights probably didn't expect to beat the Oilers in 6. I would say they got out of that scot-free, not having to go 7 games against, arguably 2 of the best players in the world. So I think the Vegas Golden Knights are a little rested. My advantage in this is going to fall to the Vegas Golden Knights. I see them being a team they've been together. They've, they had a taste of the finals, in previous years. So has Dallas. But, being in that T-Mobile arena, feeling the energy in there, I'm leaning on the Vegas Golden Knights, my friend.
Vegas and what?
Vegas in 7.
That's what I'm going to. I'm going Vegas in 7. And listen, I took Vegas at the start of the year. I got him at plus 1,800, so I got that future bet going.
Oh.
But it doesn't have the same feel to me because I did take the Oilers, so I wish I would have taken Vegas because now I really have some momentum going. But listen, for me, I think Vegas' 6 defensemen are better than Dallas' 60.
Yep.
Now, they may have the best D in Dallas with, what's his nuts, the Finnish guy, Heiskanen?
Yep.
Heiskanen. Mm-hmm. He's fucking playing unbelievable. He played 32 minutes in game 7 and like 32 pretty I got everything under control here.
Yeah.
Goaltending, I think Aiden Hill's been the best goalie for Vegas. I thought he was their best goalie heading into the playoffs, so he doesn't scare me. But Ottinger, I would probably give the advantage to them. But to me, Vegas is the best team left. I just think they're the best structured team. They got the most depth. It's going to be a great series up, dog. This is going to have a little old school feel to it.
Yeah, it will.
Jamie Benn's playing great. Seguin's playing great. So I'm going Vegas in 7. But I think it's going to be a great series. So
can't wait.
We're down to the nitty gritty, fella. 4 teams left
baby.
here.
Semis.
Let's see if we can make some money here in the conference finals. But up, dog, what a weekend. Good having you back. Maxie Binger, Hall Pass Media. That was Missin Curfew.
Fella.
Now.